Hi and welcome to the Confident Cats video on teaching your cat to sit. I'm Becky and with me are Seamus, Loki and Annie, and we're going to show you the step-by-step ways to getting your cat to sit comfortably. So reasons that it's good to sit and teaching your cat to sit are that for shy and nervous cats it gives them a different focus in a situation where they might feel uncomfortable. So for example, if your cat's scared of new people, if you bring someone new over and you teach them to sit while there's someone new around, you're changing their focus from it being, oh, there's a scary new person in the space, to it being, oh, I'm going to get a treat if I do this simple thing. And it makes it exciting. It's a really good way for you and your cat to bond and do something that isn't playing but that involves the both of you and builds a relationship between you where you're both doing something exciting. It's a great stepping stone for learning other tricks such as high five and giving paw and things like that. It's great for cats who can be aggressive or easily overstimulated because in that time when they're overstimulated, it gives them a chance to change their focus onto something else, just like scared cats. But what it does is that it teaches them to be slow and to be calm, and that keeping still and sitting and waiting is what gets them positive rewards rather than grabbing or biting or swatting like some cats do when they get overexcited or a bit too interested in food. So we've narrowed this down into 4 steps. I'll go through those steps now and then we'll demonstrate them with the cats. You're going to help, aren't you, mister? Yeah. So the first step is going to be holding your treat. So you want to remember to hold your treat with as much of the treat exposed as possible. As I always say in my videos, I always use kibble because I always find a kibble that is healthy and balanced, so that I'm not giving my kitties too many treats because there's often too many calories and things like that. So I try to find the healthiest option, and also because I reward my cats a lot because they're awesome. So I try and find that kibble is the best thing to do this with. I try and hold the kibble with as much of the kibble exposed so that they can easily get hold of the kibble without having to nibble on my fingers. And inevitably, when you first start this, if they're not used to taking treats out of your hands, you're going to get a few nibbles. Always remember that they're not trying to nibble you, they're just trying to get the treat. The second step is going to be showing your kitty that you have the treat, so you're just going to show it to them so they understand that there's something to work for and to be interested in. The third step after you've shown them the treat is that you want to lift the treat above their head. So just like for us, if I had something here that I really wanted and somebody lifted it above my head, I would lean back and lean back and lean back, and for cats it eventually brings them into a sitting position. So when they get into that sitting position, the fourth step is going to be that as soon as their bum hits the floor and that their forepaws are on the floor, you give them the treat. So the first step is going to be showing them, holding the treat in an appropriate manner. Second step is showing them the treat. Third step is lifting it above their head. And the fourth step is as soon as their butt hits the floor, they get that positive reward that they're doing exactly what you want them to do. It's important to remember that if you give them the treat at any other time, what you're doing is positively rewarding them and teaching them and training them to do exactly what they're doing at that moment. So for example, if your kitty has a habit of reaching up and grabbing your hand and trying to pull your hand towards their face so they can get the treat, and you let go of the treat and let them have it, what you're teaching them is that you want them to reach up and grab your hand to get the treat. So obviously you only want to positively reward them for the thing that you want them to do, and that's how you're going to get to teach them really easily. So I'll get some treats now, and Seamus is patiently waiting for some treats so we can see how this goes. And these cats haven't been doing this for a long time. Seamus has learnt recently because he's on a medication, and we have taught him that the medication is a treat. So we ask him to sit. When he sits, he gets his medication and he eats it straight away. It's a small tablet and he eats it straight away with no problems. And that way we don't have to worry about combining his medicine into any food or trying to force it down his throat or anything horrible like that. We give him a few pieces of kibble and get him to sit, and then we give him a treat, his medicine, and get him to sit. And he just eats it all as if it's the same thing because he's so excited in that sit motion that he thinks, yay, something exciting, something nice and tasty, and just eats the medication straight away. So we'll hopefully get a few behaviours that are not perfect so that you can see what you would do when you're first training your cat and trying to teach them how to do this in a positive way. So, got my treat, I'm going to show it to Seamus, sit, Good boy. And as soon as those paws were on the floor, so what he did is he lifted up one paw. So if I give it to him at that point, I'm teaching him that he needs to be ready to get a treat. And what I want to be teaching him is that paws on the floor mean that he gets a treat. So we'll do the same with Loki. Loki, sit. Good boy. Go on, Loki, that's your treat there. Good boy. So with Seamus, I give him his treats on the floor because he's not very good at being aware of what's fingers and what's not. He was a feral street cat, so that's understandable. With Loki, off please. Good boy. Sit. Good. With Loki, I give them to him straight in his mouth, and he's very, very gentle, and he takes them like an absolute gent. So you obviously need to get them to move. So I'm going to move a little bit this way. Seamus, come. Good boy. Now sit. Good. Very nice. And Loki, sit. Good boy. Good boy. So what you can see is that Loki's jumping up, and when he jumps up, I make a noise because for him, that's his way of understanding with me. That's the way I communicate that he's doing something that I don't want him to do. And it's a way of me communicating with him that's non-verbal, so it doesn't hold any emotion, and it's not aggressive in any way. It's just a simple way of me saying, don't do that. So if you have a noise or a word that you use with your cat that they respond to well for that, then this is a great time to use it so that it gives them some consistency. This isn't something that you want them to do, and this is something that you want them to do, and then they get a treat for the thing that you want them to do. It's a good boy. So Seamus, come over here. Good boy. Now sit. Very good. Paw on the floor. Very good. You get two that time because you're a very good boy. And Loki, should we try one more time? Come over here. Good boy. Now sit. Good job. There you go. Good boy. And there you have it. 4 easy steps for training your cat to sit. Thanks for watching.